As per requirement of Public Law 1975, Chapter 231, notice is hereby given. This is the regular meeting of the Borough of Highlands, Mayor and Council, and all requirements are met. Notice was transmitted to the press a few times. Posted and posted on the bulletin board. Full action will be taken. Time may be allowed for public comment at this meeting. Each speaker may be allowed a limited time and recognized for the presiding officer. Individuals wishing to address the council shall be recognized. The presiding officer shall give their name, address, and group depending they represent. Although the council encourages participation and reserves the right for the presiding officer to terminate their remarks and/or by any individual not in keeping with the conduct of a proper and efficient meeting. The council will not, during the public portion of this meeting, discuss matters involving employment, appointment, termination of employment, negotiations, terms and conditions of employment, evaluation of the performance of, promotion or discipline of any specific or prospective or current employee. Roll call. Councilmember Roswell.
Here.
Councilmember Breon.
Here.
Councilmember Mazzola.
Here.
Councilmember Ryan.
Here.
Mayor O'Neill is absent. Executive session resolution, May 15, 2019. And whereas the public bodies in the opinion of such circumstances presently exist, and whereas the governing body wishes to discuss contract negotiations, validation, and site inspection disposal, shared service, board of education, attorney-client privilege, concession of property, and co-op. Minutes will be kept, and once the matter involving the confidentiality above no longer requires that confidentiality, the minutes will be made public. Now therefore be resolved that the mayor and council go into executive session to discuss the above items, and the public is excluded from this meeting. Do I have a motion to enter into executive session?
So moved. Second.
Councilmember Roswell?
Here.
Councilmember Breon? Councilmember Mazzola? Councilmember Ryan? Mayor O'Neill is absent. Council enters into executive session at 7:01 p.m. Call to order as per requirement of Public Law 1975, Chapter 231. Notice is given. This is the regular meeting of the Borough of Highlands, Mayor and Council, and all requirements have been met. Notice has been transmitted to the for press and a few times. Notice has been posted in the public bulletin board. Formal action will be taken. Time may be allowed for public comment at this meeting. Each speaker will be allowed at a limited time and recognized by the presiding officer. Individuals wishing to address the council shall be recognized by the presiding officer and shall give their name, address, and group of things they represent. Although the council encourages participation and reserves the right to its presiding officer to terminate remarks and/or by any individual not in keeping with the conduct of a proper and efficient meeting. Council will not, during the public portion of this meeting, discuss matters involving employment, appointment, termination of employment, negotiations, terms and conditions of employment, evaluation of the performance of, promotion, or discipline of any specific, prospective, or current employee. Can you please stand for the pledge of allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're all going to do a moment of silence. The mayor's brother passed away and that's why he's not here.
Roll call.
Councilmember Roswell?
Here.
Councilmember Breon?
Here.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Here.
Councilmember Ryan?
Here.
Mayor O'Neill is absent. Consent agenda. Resolution 19-139, approved payment of the bills. Resolution 19-140, approved Memorial Day Parade and Memorial Service at American Legion Post 143. Resolution 19-141, approved insertion of $22,789.82 in the 2019 budget revenue available from the summer food grant. Resolution 19-142, approving disabled parking space. Resolution 19-143, approved waiver of alcohol ban for the community center. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion. I'll second. Any questions? Roll call.
Councilmember Roswell?
Yes, except I'm abstaining to 19-139.
Councilmember Breon?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill is absent. The consent agenda was properly approved.
Resolution.
Resolution 19-144, permit extension of noise ordinance restriction to the proving ground.
Say permanent.
Permit extension of noise ordinance restriction to the proving ground on May 26, 2019. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Councilmember Roswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Breon?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill is absent. Resolution 19-144 has been properly approved. Resolution 19-145, authorized submission of layoff plan for Civil Service Commission. Do I have a motion?
I'll make it. Second.
Councilmember Broswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Breon?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill is absent. Resolution 19-145 has been properly approved. Resolution,
Hey, pardon me, Kim, I'm wondering if it might be useful to explain exactly what that is to our public here. This has to do with, dispatching services of the county.
Yes, this is the resolution that's required, can you hear me? As part of the shared service to go to the dispatch services through the county of Monmouth. And so what will happen is the two full-time employees will be staying, the part-time employees that are currently employed with the borough will be receiving a layoff notice.
All of these employees will have the option to go to the county to get trained. and to
They can
continue
go
this
and
process.
try, there is a class that they would have to take in order to be employed in the county.
So it's not like they're really totally losing their job. There's a great opportunity. We've been to the facility up there, and it's a wonderful place to work. So this is a good thing all around. So,
It's a little more modern than what we have been.
all right, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Resolution 19-146, authorized mayor to send letter in opposition to Governor Murphy's proposed state budget shifts which impact the New Jersey Firemen's Association.
So moved.
You did it?
I thought I did.
Okay. And I'll
Second. Councilmember Broswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Breon?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill is absent. Resolution 19-146 has been properly approved. Resolution 19-147, authorized award of contract for solid waste and recycling collection and disposal services. The council has gone with Suburban Disposal Incorporated for the solid waste. Year one, it's $280,000. Recycling, $71,000. Total of $351,000. Year two, solid waste, $286,000. Recycling, $72,000. Total, $358,000. Year three, solid waste, $292,000. Recycling, $73,000. Total, $365,000. Total for solid waste over 3 years, $858,000. Total of 3 years for recycling, $216,000. And total for both over all 3 years, $1,074,000. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Councilmember Broswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Breon?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill is absent. Resolution 19-147 has been properly approved. Ordinances, introduction and first reading. Ordinance 1911, amend Chapter 2, Section 41A, summer recreation fees. Do I have a motion to introduce?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Councilmember Broswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Breon?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill is absent. Ordinance 1911 has been properly introduced. The public hearing will be on June 5th, 2019. Ordinance 1912, bond ordinance providing for improvements to Cornwell Street and John Street. Do I have a motion to introduce 1912?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
I'll just tell you, we're laughing because we always called it Cornwall Street. It's really Cornwell Street. So we've been discussing that for the last couple of meetings. And
And the
some of
second.
you say Cornwall, some of you say Cornwell.
And the sign said
I don't
Cornwall.
want that to be an expensive issue.
At one time, one street sign said Cornwall, and the street sign at the other end said Cornwell. This week's like, the name comes from the family, way back in the late 1800s that had a big plot of land there. It was called K and Cornwell. And we have a K Street and there's a Cornwell Street.
So that's just like all chuckling up there.
Councilmember Boswell.
Yes.
Councilmember Breon.
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola.
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan.
Yes.
Mayor Neal is absent. Ordinance 1912 has been properly introduced, and the public hearing will be on June 5th, 2019. Ordinance 1913, amend section 2-8.5 to establish eligibility of new construction of certain dwellings for tax abatements. Do I have a motion to introduce 1913?
I'll make the motion. I'll second.
Councilman Braswell?
Yes.
Councilman Breon?
Yes.
Councilman Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilman Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor Neal is absent. Ordinance 1913 has been properly introduced, and the public hearing will be on June 5th, 2019. Other business. Administrator's report. Oh, I'm sorry. He did money.
He does money. Okay. So the other business, the DBID money, there was in the past, two capital ordinances that were created. One was for the streetscape program, one was for DBIDs. The streetscape program had run over, there was phase 2, and they did a text and title change of the ordinance, and that was the DBID loan or DBID ordinance that was originally created. The streetscape program is obviously done at this point. There are funds that were left over that were appropriated for, with no remaining receivable. It comes to about $36,000 left in that capital ordinance. I had gotten an email with the request of having a grant offered to some of the businesses, and was questioned whether I would be awarding that grant, because it was brought up in an executive session of the meeting. I do not have that right to offer any grants to any of the businesses with any of their appropriated funds without setting something up with the council and making sure that that is correct with the CFO. That being said, I'm not sure or not whether the DPP budget actually had the grant approval in the budget. So if you would like to move forward, I don't know if you would rather keep it, offer it as a grant to different businesses, come up with some type of outline, who would get it, how much would they get, what would it be for, which would then be effective time to change property as well. I would have to read the ordinance. I would have to read the ordinance and see how we would work that. But right now, that would go for different borough improvements that are along the business area.
You know, I have no problem with the borough giving, if the businesses came to us. I know that the come to us to see if they need to get a grant for a repair on Bay Avenue for the business district. I don't know about the rest of it.
I don't know,
I think that
are we on for Bay Avenue improvements and say somebody needs some help getting an awning, getting signage, getting things?
Wait, the supplemental portion there to speak, so.
Is that what you were?
That's what I'm asking. We also can keep this capital money, it's being it is appropriated. If there are small improvements that we just need to make for ourselves,
Such as?
whatever it might be that we have a capital plan.
Like if we needed another light, if we needed.
Another light, I would imagine that those are LED bulbs, so they probably have like expectancy that maybe capital, yes. So that's just something that, I don't know if you want to discuss that now, or at a later time, but we do have to know what we want to do. If it's in the businesses. I don't know. Caution on this.
Also not.
No, but we can figure out if there are things that we could, like, if we wanted a clock. Something, I know, I'm just saying, there's something, but maybe if there's things that we want in the business district that.
And that's not a lot of money. I mean, there's not a lot of money to go very far.
Right.
So, to be able to offer a grant, we have to make sure who's gonna get it. What are we gonna, what are the guidelines? What's it be for? what's the maximum amount, what's the minimum amount, what are they gonna be required to do?
And money runs out,
Not
so.
repay, not repay.
Right, money runs out, so while one business can
Yeah,
have
right,
it,
and
another
then
business
that's the
might
fun-
not get it. I'd rather see the borough put it to good use in the business district. I think it's fair.
Well, I think we should figure out how long do we have to keep the money for a certain amount of time? Or it's
No, it's not.
No, it's something that's like that. It's not. But it's not much by any means, it's something that ideas, whatever you decide.
No, I don't think we need to decide that
Yeah,
today.
absolutely.
Okay. You want to give us a verbal report tonight? Sure. I'm not coming on call tonight. They actually had spoken about the ordinance that we have from the 5G. So I thought that was quite interesting because we were one of the only towns that had an ordinance passed, and I just Brian and Andy had given me enough information, and they were pretty shocked that Highlands was so up on the 5G ordinance that was sent with the FCC regulations, so I thought that would be thank you for it. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone over on Portland Road. That was paved, as we've been talking about for a very long time. That was just, was it yesterday, today that they did it? Or, it opened again at 5:30 today. Grand Tour, Chestnut, that area is going to be done, starting in June by New Jersey Natural Gas. So we'll also put out notice and try to contact as many people as possible that we were doing the project. This weekend is Park Fest, so if anybody would like to volunteer, if you're not going to volunteer, come out and enjoy the parks. It's going to start at 12 noon over at Huddy Park. They're going to have yoga and fitness. It'll go over to Cornwall Park, at 2 o'clock, and that will be 2 to 4. There'll be chess, there'll be cornhole, music, and then the Veterans Park will be from 4 o'clock to 9:30. So there's about 7 bands that will be playing, and there'll be a couple of food trucks out. So I think that'll be a great time for everyone. That's really just about it. Okay. Police chief's report?
Yes. Thank you. Some of you may have noticed, or the council knows, out on Waterwitch Avenue, Short Drive, there's like little rumble strips there. The county is doing a traffic study for us at the intersection of Waterwitch and Shore Drive. Waterwitch Avenue is a county road. So what they're going to do is they're going to collect some data over a period of time. They're gone now. They're going to do a report. They're going to come back in July. They're going to collect some additional data. They're going to do an additional report to incorporate both times that they were out there, and they're going to give us that report. Whether or not the intersection needs a signal, an additional signal, a traffic light, some additional signage, things like that. That's all going to be looked at by the county engineers. Kim, the administrator, and I sent an email out, probably, I think it was last August, I checked my email, asking for the county to do this, so it's taken this long for them to get out there and do that. As the administrator said, the road closures. There's a lot of road closures, and this is for everybody watching too. There's a lot of road closures here in town. It's very important to us, the police department, especially to me, that these roads get done properly. That being said, Portland Road was closed today for some time, and people didn't like it. That's the way it goes. Somebody moved the cones and drove on a road, and they messed the pavement up. Next week, Valley Street's going to get paved. We are going to close Valley Street for as long as we possibly can. My whole life, Valley Street hasn't been paved. It's important to me that that road is pristine. It's going to be done before the holiday. And I think it's great. It's great for the neighborhood. It's a huge project for the town. So people are going to be inconvenienced a little bit. There's detour signs, and you may have to walk a block or two to your house, but in the end, it's going to be great. So just be patient with that. We try to do the road closures and the detours the best that we can. That with the road closures, we're going to talk about events. There's a lot of events. We mentioned Park Fest. Bars Run is this weekend on Sunday. along with a bicycle event that's coming through town that's going to have a watering station right here in the beginning of the park here. These events take a lot of effort on the police department's part. I met with a representative from the car show the other day who didn't realize the logistics that are behind these types of events. It's our goal, it's our mission to make sure that everybody in the event, also outside the event, is safe. And it's not just barricades and detours. There's security things that we have to go through, the protocol. There's agencies that we have to notify that we're having events in case there's an emergency, that they're on standby. Myself and my captain are the municipal counterterrorism coordinators. So he regularly attends meetings. I go quarterly, he goes regularly. And we have best practices when it comes to security. So these are all things that we take very seriously, and there's a lot that goes into these events. So just because the road's closed, please bear with us, it's closed for a reason, or barricades are there, or hard barricades, or concrete barricades, they're there for a reason. And it's for everybody's safety. Hopefully you've seen some of our officers on foot patrol. Obviously the weather's getting a little bit better. So they're out a lot more than they normally are in the cold weather. If you see them out, please say hi to them, stop talking to them. They love to talk to people and chit-chat a little bit. They're all great officers. And with that, you know, like I said, we have great officers. Some of you saw my presentation when I gave my officers awards, and I'm extremely proud of all of them. I emailed the administrator last week about some great things that my officers have done. Recently, Patrolman Nicholas Riker was selected as this year's recipient of the Guns, Gangs, and Narcotics Law Enforcement Award. It's given by the New Jersey Narcotic Enforcement Officers Association for his role assisting the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office in Operation Undertow. So he's going to be receiving an award in Atlantic City at a dinner in June. Patrolman Troy Hartsgrove and Kevin O'Donnell are receiving the Mothers Against Drunk Driving Award for their drunk driving enforcement efforts this year. That's outstanding. And recently, Detective Corporal Ruth has been nominated and selected by a teacher at the school as a 2019 Friend of Education Award winner. And this is given by the Monmouth County Education Association to recognize individuals and organizations who have demonstrated leadership and support for our public schools and have contributed to the betterment of public education on the local, county, and state levels. So this is really good things that our officers are doing, not just for our town, but for the other communities as well. That's all I have for tonight. Thank you. Is there going to be a local presentation for these officers? It's not. The drunk driving award, I think, is given at Rutgers, but we will make sure we take a picture and put it on our Facebook page. Same thing with the one is in Atlantic City at their annual convention. And I don't know about Detective Corporal Ruth yet. I don't know where that's being presented. I just have to look at the letter. I would imagine it's probably somewhere in the county, though.
Chief, the award that was given to Captain Knoxby is a small world story. My cousin said to me, I saw your picture. I said, what are you talking about? She said, there was an award ceremony. One of my closest friends was showing me they were so proud of this whole presentation and they loved George Rockby and they said how great it was. And she goes, where was this? They go, Highlands. She goes, that's my cousin standing in the back of there. They live in Hoboken and work in the city. So they just said, it was very funny. She goes, oh, Rosemary already said they have nice cops here. That she's friendly with all of them. So they're like, they're the best cops we ever met. So,
they are very good.
Yeah.
Great.
So I just wanted you to know that.
I think the good that I receive, the letters I get, outweigh the negative things that people say.
They're talking about you in New York and New Jersey. So.
Thank you.
Engineer's report.
Thank you. Just want to echo the chief's discussion on Valley Street. We're coming to a close, thankfully. Concrete work should be done later this week. And then next week we'll start installing the base course and with the surface course installation scheduled for midweek. The benefit of getting that final paving in there, we will be able to bring the elevation of the road up to meet the inlet grades. The inlet grades are full of filter fabric now to minimize the amount of debris going down, so it definitely holds some water at this point, but that should be corrected next week. Improvements to Cornwell and John Street. Our office has subcontracted to have the sanitary sewer system cleaned and TV'd. We're reviewing that at this time. We'll make some recommendations on any corrective measures that would be tied into the overall road improvement project. My survey crews are scheduled to be on site at this time right now. We're putting the plans and specifications together. So with the ordinance 1912 being scheduled for final reading on June 5th, I think we'll be writing along that same timeline to have that project ready to go into construction. The CDBG project for Shore, Second, and Cedar, checked in with CDBG over at the county. Their funding has not landed yet. That's why the agreement has not been executed between the county and the borough. Our plans and specifications are ready to go at this time. As soon as their paperwork is in order, they're going to review and authorize us to go out to bid for that project. The large sanitary and storm project, Water Witch and Bay, there was a pre-application conference call with the Environmental Infrastructure Financing Program through the state. They're asking at this time for some planning documentation in order for the borough to advance the application for funding. They talked of some real nice interest rates or possible principal forgiveness too, so that could become a great project. That's all I have at this point, unless there's any specific questions I can take.
Doug, one thing you forgot to mention. We have electric at Veterans Park.
Congratulations.
Public comment. Please state your name and address. Kim Scorpio, Short Drive. With regards to the resolution authorizing the extension of the noise ordinance for Proving Ground, please, somebody talk to them, maybe Kim, give them a call. I'd prefer that side of town not have a repeat of what Scuba and the Beast did to me last year with the pump fan rolling in at the end of the night. I understand different circumstances, but just, the council is being very generous with them and they need to appreciate that. For the ordinance 19-13 regarding the tax abatements, my only concern with this is that somebody might buy one of these houses, turn it into a rental, or maybe an Airbnb, and now my tax dollars are subsidizing somebody's business. And I have a big problem with that. If we can put language in this ordinance that these must be owner-occupied year-round residences, I feel a little bit better supporting that resolution. But as of right now, our taxes keep going up year after year after year, and the last thing we need to do is be giving residents a free ride, even though I know it's only partial. And the free ride decreases over 5 years. Just something to consider, hopefully, before it goes further. I was just wondering if the council has been discussing what to do with the permit parking spaces on Shore Drive, if we're possibly going to open those up to C Street somehow. I know I'd asked a couple of meetings ago, and we're getting close to the peak season for parking in that area.
We haven't discussed it, but we can discuss it when it comes better.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate
And also,
that.
Chief, if you could give us your thoughts on how that has worked. I remember when we put it in place, you said it's just one tool. It might work and it might not work. If you could speak with your officers and give us some guidance on how that's worked in your opinion.
Right, and like I said, I understand the visibility issues, so I'm fine with if you want to leave 1 or 2 spaces by each driveway open so people can see when they're pulling in and out, and, you know, they don't have to worry. I'm looking for the happy medium somewhere where you can, I know there's still going to be parking up Shore Drive, but if we can just get, you know, another 20 to 40 cars on a street down that end. And I know in front of the apartments and the condos, those residents don't utilize the street much, 1, maybe 2 cars. The people closer to Matthew and further down, they may need the spaces, and that I understand. And I think at that point, C Street riders would just park the parking lot anyway. Being that it is coming up with peak season, and I'm so happy the county is coming in looking at that intersection,
is there a plan to man Shore Drive or do some sort of traffic control for the summer? Or is it just gonna be a free-for-all?
We'll talk about that afterwards.
Okay. Thank you.
Tina Kemmer, 164 Linden Avenue. Actually, that just kind of made me think, since I live on Linden Avenue, which intersects Waterwich, and I do frequently take the Academy bus into the city, at that bus stop there, what I've noticed with school in session, and it's been going on for quite a long time, and with the advent of the heavy traffic of Waterwich from the ferry service, and maybe the study will give us some new insights, but, you know, I know we're talking about Shore and Waterwich, but when you're going up Waterwich, going onto Highway 36, people gun it up that little patch to go onto the highway, and they oftentimes don't even stop. They do, it's a rolling stop half the time, where they just kind of gun it onto the highway. And what the scary thing is, while I was waiting for the bus, is that, you know, these mothers are walking their kids to school, this is early in the morning, and the driver is looking this way, and the kid and the mother are walking that way, and I can't tell you how many near misses I've witnessed where the driver is not even cognizant of the fact that, you know, kids are walking back and forth in front of the school. And it's been an ongoing issue for a while. And in the wintertime, it's even worse because they don't plow the sidewalk there. You know, I've gone to the Board of Ed meeting and I've complained about that. And they said, well, it's the borough, and then, you know, no, it's the school. And like that whole stretch there, nobody shovels the snow. So they're walking, and they're slipping and sliding, and then people are gunning their cars onto the highway. So, and there's no crossing guard there, which is amazing to me. I just can't believe that they don't have a crossing guard on the corner of Waterwich and the highway, where a lot of kids are crossing, a lot of parents. So it's a concern. It's been a long-term issue, and I'm just wondering if, or even if there's a, you know, a police officer there that might be watching, you know, to see, because there are people that speed down when people are coming out of that ferry, or even just people in from town, coming through town. They just speed right up there and onto the highway. They just gun it onto the highway. It's really dangerous.
Yeah, the county won't take that all into consideration.
Are they taking that area as well, not just Shore and Waterwich? Okay, so that little patch as well?
The monitor that they put in the roadway, they also have physically came out, they collect pedestrians, bicyclists, they physically came out and watched.
Okay, but I know you're talking about Shore and Waterwich, but also going up to the highway, because that's a very dangerous area. So I'm sorry to go, you know, go on and on about the point, but it's been an ongoing problem. But that wasn't really, my question was, I was just a little confused about resolution 19-147. Could you just clarify now, is Suburban the company that we currently have, and we're just extending the contract? Is that what it is?
No.
So, because it's all blank here, like I know Bonnie read off the numbers.
We had to decide tonight if we were going to go with them. So we had, but yes, there was one there.
Oh.
So,
Well,
what
there we go.
happened is we were going to rebid that out. We don't want those numbers public.
Oh, I see. Okay. So,
So
we're
we would
still,
put those numbers out. What would happen was if I had to rebid, if we said, let's go out again and see what the numbers might be,
right.
those numbers would have been public knowledge.
I
And
see.
higher, right?
So-
So they would probably come in higher next time, most definitely. That's usually what would happen. And that's where we had to discuss it.
Okay, so Suburban is our current
It is.
sanitation
Right.
company, and we're using them until the end of the month. And we don't know who we're gonna use.
No, now we awarded it.
Now we're gonna be using them again. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay,
New
new
contract.
contract.
Yes.
They're pretty decent. I mean, you know, they're pretty decent. Okay, thank you very much.
I just want to ask the chief something. Last summer, I recall that we had police officers during the summer manning the C Street area during peak times. Am I recalling correctly?
Yes, 100% correct.
Okay,
What happens is what happens is they realize that there's an issue that they've created. C Street themselves, their riders don't want to wait in the parking lot. So they contract out a police officer to get them out of the parking lot. Because when the 6:40 boat comes in, or whatever it is, I think it's 6:30, and then the 7 o'clock, they're not even out of the parking lot for the first boat when the second boat comes in. And if you go in the C Street parking lot, when they park the cars, they're supposed to go this way. They park the opposite way because it's easier to get
and
out.
they keep calling.
So everything is clogged up inside the parking lot. Now we have a second issue with North and Ned's parking lot. So on any given day, especially during peak season, I have actually the numbers because I went there and physically counted. 180 cars, 190 cars, just in North and Ned's. C Street's parking lot fits about 750.
So my question is, those police officers really were there last summer to kind of, what you just said, to guide them
People
out?
by C Street.
Oh,
Get their
okay.
people out of the lot.
Okay, paid for by C Street. Okay,
Years ago, for a very long period of time,
Mhm.
C Street paid, as part of their mercantile license, they paid for an officer to be at the intersection of Woodwich and Shore Drive.
okay. So now, I'm sorry, Chief, I have another question. How many officers do we have, or do you have, during peak hours that are on, who are in service during peak
More
hours?
often than not, 2. Our minimum is 2 officers. Sometimes we have 3, sometimes we have 4. But more often than not, it's usually 2. My officers right now, for the last probably few months, they're basically, Shore Drive is their police headquarters. They're answering calls from Shore Drive. So I've mandated that every day they do a detail on Shore Drive, they document it so I know they're out there and what they're doing. So which I just heard today, an incident that I'm out on Shore Drive doing radar. So they're out there.
So for the most part, you would say between 7 a.m. or 6:30 and last vote, I think, out is 8 o'clock. 6:30?
6:40 and 8 were the morning hours.
Okay, and so you, for the most part, only have 2 officers that are on staff at that time?
Yes.
And the same thing in the evening, during rush hours, is
Two
that
also
2?
working right now.
Only 2 officers,
So if one officer makes a motor vehicle stop, the other one backs them up.
right? Right,
So by
I was
that
just
time,
curious,
it takes like 4 or 5 minutes, 8 minutes, that's already empty out.
right,
And you get out of
okay, thank you so much,
there. I have time on that, too.
thank you.
You're welcome.
No further comments? And do you have any comments up here? Nope. During the meeting?
Recess.
Oh, back to the second.
Recess, go back into executive later. Do I have a motion to recess?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Councilmember Roswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Beyond?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes,
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill? The council is going to recess until, when we go back into executive, when some attorney arrives. Okay, council is returning from recess at 9:11 p.m. Resolution to enter into executive session, May 15th, 2019, whereas the Open Public Meetings Act, Public Law 1975, Chapter 231, permits the exclusion of the public from meeting in certain circumstances. And whereas the public body of this is of the opinion that such circumstances presently exist. And whereas the governing body wishes to discuss attorney-client privilege, COA, minutes will be kept, and once the matter involving the confidentiality above no longer requires the confidentiality, and the minutes will be made public. Now therefore be resolved, the mayor and council go into executive session to discuss the above items the public is excluded from the meeting. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Councilmember Roswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Beyond?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill is absent. Council's re-entry into executive session at 9:12 p.m. Public meeting is reconvened at 9:42 p.m. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make the motion.
Councilmember Roswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Beyond?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill is absent. The council meeting is adjourned at 9:42 p.m.
Boy.